2019, JP Chase partnered with Morehouse College and Tech Square Labs to launch Ascend 2020 ATL, a technology startup and small business support ecosystem for minority-led companies throughout metropolitan Atlanta. The idea behind the program was to invite minority tech startups to a pre-accelerator program and introduce them to the movers and shakers in the Atlanta area. The cohort is led in part by visionary entrepreneur Candace and Tanya, Director of Operations and Partnerships at Tech Square Labs, and it enters its second year this September. And we are thrilled to have Tanya and Candace with us here today. Hi, ladies.
Hi.
I'm so excited that you're here, Tanya. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Candace, I'm pumped that you're here. I've had the opportunity to hear you speak on a couple panels, and I'm happy for you to share your startup story, which is so incredible. We'll get to that in just a minute. Let's start with Ascend 2020 first. And Tanya, talk about, it's in other cities, so why Atlanta?
Hi, thank you for having us again. It's so good to be back. So Tech Square Labs, JP Chase, and Morehouse kind of partnered in this initiative to help build more minority technology businesses for women, people of color here in Atlanta and the Southeast. So one of the key things that's different about why we decided to bring it to Atlanta is, first of all, this program is an initiative that sweeps across 12 cities in the country, but the rest of them are more focused on small businesses, construction, bids for airports, et cetera. But Atlanta has this really fascinating and growing technology ecosystem, and so ours is very different. We're the only one that focuses on technology startups. So yeah, and that was one of the things that was really exciting to us. This is what we're really trying to build, a real deep future for technology startups in Atlanta, and we're just, there's so much involvement, and especially when you combine places like Morehouse and Georgia Tech and the technology growth that we're seeing coming from those schools and educational institutions, along with all our Fortune 1000 companies. It's just such a pivotal time here. It is. And we're super excited.
It's incredible. Candace, how did you get involved, and then talk a little bit about your startup story?
Sure. So I launched my tech company back in 2012. So I've seen Atlanta change tremendously over the past 6 years in terms of the ecosystem for tech startups, and especially the resources available for minorities. And so I got involved with the program to really provide a real-world perspective on what it's like to actually build your tech company from idea to a scaling business, and also serve as a mentor for we had over 30 entrepreneurs participate last year, and it's important to just have someone who's gone through the process. And I helped also design the blueprint of the program too, in terms of what workshop sessions should we have, what speakers should we bring in. So it's really been incredible to be a part of it.
If I was walking in my first day in that cohort and I saw Candace Mitchell was my mentor, I'd be like, yes!
Yes, right.
All right, can you talk a little bit about how Tech Square Labs is integrated into Ascend 2020?
So the three partners, JP Chase, Morehouse, and Tech Square Labs, our mission at Tech Square Labs has always been to really help build something from nothing. You know, when our founders, Paul Judge, Alan Nance, were really building this ecosystem in Atlanta, the biggest thing was how do we help those very early stage entrepreneurs, you know, two people, two women, two guys and a laptop help build these companies. And you know, we had seen a lot of success at the higher levels, you know, people who had maybe come out of business, but what about, you know, just two early stage entrepreneurs from universities? So this program really resonated with what we were doing, that very grassroots early stage entrepreneurs, helping them get the business coaching and education they needed, helping them make connections in the community for maybe pilots, access to capital, and that's really what we do best at Tech Square Labs and what we're very passionate about.
Right, and what we were talking about that minority startups especially struggle with, and you guys really help them get that. Okay, talk about when Ascend 2020 takes place and deadline applications.
Yes, so the deadline for our upcoming year is August 31st. So please get your applications in. We're excited to get started with our second cohort. We're also looking for speakers and mentors who would like to come in and offer your expertise. So you can also reach us on our website at ascend2020atl.com.
All right, perfect. And any quick success stories from last year's experience, a cohort? How did that go?
Yeah, we had a couple companies raise significant funding for their next stage of development. We had a company who launched their app, Legal Equalizer, had over 13,000 downloads in the App Store. And another company, Aquagenuity, landed several corporate contracts for pilots to get their product off into the market.
All right, thank you so much, Candace, Tanya. Love having you both. Some female powerhouses in the studio today. Yes, awesome. All right, thank you so much for being here.